Welcome back everyone, happy New Year's Eve. No doubt a lot of you are a bit miffed that we can't go out for a beer, but let's face it, it's not really a shock. I think we've all seen it coming. No doubt we've all got plenty of beer in the house, and if you haven't, more fool you. I'm alright, I got plenty here. I got plenty here for next fucking New Year's Eve, I think. Anyway, next beer review up is one that I was on about quite recently, and it's the three-way Stella comparison. Incidentally, somebody commented and said about the Stella, because I believe I said it was 4.8 in bottles, and maybe I think some of the cans were like 4%. Somebody actually commented, Kevin Fenity, I think it is, Fenity, I can't know. Kev, if you're watching, you will see this. Apologies for the name, but I know you're called Kev. You mentioned it was 4.6, well the last time I had it was 4.8. So I'm quite surprised that I've actually picked it up and it's 4.6. So I'm glad I didn't try and correct you, because I would have looked a right prat. All the glasses have had a damn good clean. I always clean them well anyway, but I've been extra special today because I want to get the best out of the draft one, really, out of all of them really, to see the best out of them. So yeah, any second now, I'll go and pour the draft one. I'll just pause the video, pour the draft one, come back. We'll do a bit of the old nose and all that lot, and then I'll sort of do the other two as well. So bear with me for 2 ticks and I'll be back. So we're back. Certainly got a bit more of a swirl. Maybe I've cleaned my glass a bit better today. Maybe it was just down to me. But there we go. There's the Stella from the Perfect Draft. Golden in colour. Slight haziness to it. I don't think it's totally chill haze. 1.5 finger, quite spacious foamy head. So let's make sure we get this one right. Let's get it without getting them all mixed up. Next up, we'll go for the can. So there we go. There's a can, 4.6% like I say. Let's crack this open and see what we get with this one. Now all these glasses have been cleaned exactly the same. I've done as much effort in cleaning all 3 glasses, so we kind of get, you know, the perfect sort of balance. Again, look at that, swirling even more. Now, that certainly isn't what this one is doing. So, and that's the Perfect Draft one. So maybe people out there can see that actually, maybe it is just the glass, I don't know, but there's certainly not the carbonation in the Perfect Draft one is what I'm getting in that. So it'll be quite interesting to see this one. I'm doing all this moving around. Yeah, it's just, it loads, look at that. Still going nuts. So let's get this bottle of Stella open. See what we get with this one. Skunkiness on the smell, on the nose there. So there we go. Whew. Look at that. Again, raging. That is whirlwinding in there. That one is still lively as hell. So this is quite interesting. As I said, I've done these exactly the same. There is nowhere near the same carbonation in the Perfect Draft one as what I'm getting out of these. So anyway, let's get, Christ, I can smell that one. Let's go in comparison. Identical for me. That's with the can. This one's with the bottle. Again, identical to me there in the colour. Carbonation is very different. There is carbonation in the Perfect Draft one, but the can and the bottle ones is going wild inside. The head's gone on that. The head is still going on this one. And although that's going down, the head is still going. So at the moment, all these people that said, I don't wash my glasses properly and do this, that and the other, which, you know, it may well have been, but all these glasses, I've made sure all 3 of these glasses have had the same treatment and been cleaned as much as anything. That Stella is nothing like these other 2. So let's dive in on the nose, see what we get. The head's gone on it, I can't believe it, and yet the head's still good on them. Bit maltiness. Not really a lot else. It's sort of like a sweet malty aroma, but nothing really anything else on it. We'll dive in on the can one, and even though the can one's disappeared, there's still more head on that than even after me stirring that up. So a bit of a metallic smell, but which just masks the maltiness really of that one, of what I was getting out of that. Otherwise I think it would pretty much smell the same, if not a little bit better. Don't know if it's not as cold, I don't think. No, I mean this is colder. I mean there's still carbonation coming up, but it's not raging. It's a lot less than the others. So we'll dive in with the bottle one now, see what we get on the nose on that. Skunky smell. Skunky and nothing else really. Lucky if you pick a little bit of malt up, but really on the aromas, if I'm going to be brutally honest, shit, spilled the beer everywhere. Yeah, in all, probably on the smell, the Perfect Draft one does just hold it there really, to be honest, due to the sort of metallicness of this. The bottle one just smells skunky. So without further ado, let's dive in with a taste, see what we get. Malty, maybe a touch of sweet bready malt on the back end. I'm certainly getting that on me lips when I'm licking my lips. There's like a sweet breadiness to it, not necessarily in the taste, but body okay for a lager in all honesty. But doesn't set the world alight. Like I say, look at this. These beer, I'm swilling this. These beers are doing a better job than the Perfect Draft one. Now, yes, we can say it's my glass. Maybe I'm not convinced with that keg of Stella. Maybe there's something with that, I don't know. But anyway, let's dive in on the taste with the can. This is now the can Stella. 5% this, by the way, 4.6. Instantly tell the difference. Instantly. Let's go in again on that one. Yeah. Instantly tell the difference. Bit of a thinner body for me. Maybe more of a bready note to it. But it's got that watery feel to it. But it has got a nice, it's got more of a bready taste on the back end, whereas I'm not getting that from the Perfect Draft one. Maybe more lemon in that as well, in the can one. Let's compare again. Big difference in temperature. This has been in the fridge because when I bought it from the shop it was in the fridge. Also put it in the fridge at home. So I don't know. I'm still 100% convinced that, you know, maybe that's not, it might be saying 3 on there, maybe it's colder in that keg, I don't know, I really don't know, but there's definitely a difference. Look, again, that is still swirling, very little out of that. But anyway, enough of waffling on, let's dive in on the bottled Stella, see what we get. Yeah. Skunky on the nose, you can't help but get it on your nose. Bit skunky on the taste. A bit smoother to drink. bready maltiness maybe to this one. Let's compare these. Let's go all three again. Yeah, still feels quite thin. Getting a bit of skunkiness in there. A little bit of breadiness. But leaves an aftertaste, which isn't particularly very nice. I honestly don't think there's going to be much in this, and I can only think, I don't know, for me, I'm not sure, I'm not convinced this keg of Stella is 100% right. The carbonation and that in there is just almost gone. There's nothing there, and it's got that. So I'm getting that little bit of breadiness, but for me, I expect more flavour from the Perfect Draft Stella. I have had it before, and if I'm brutally honest, when I've had it before, it's been much better than this one. I'm getting that bit of maltiness and breadiness, but I don't know. Let's dive in. Final taste anyway. Yeah, gassy. Got a sort of metallicness to it, but more breadiness to it. A bit more lemon than that. And that skunky. So, what are my views between these three? We have the Perfect Draft one, which, look at that. Yes, still bubbles coming up. Head has fucking just gone, hasn't it? Look, there's nothing there. And that's on the Perfect Draft one, which is very disappointing, to be honest. Still a lot more carbonation coming off that. Bit more white on top than that. And the bottle one, even more carbonation, more white on top, I would say, than the middle one. But which one do I prefer? If I'm going to put them in order of 1, 2 and 3, I'm going to have to put that third. Purely down pretty much to the skunkiness of it. Just the smell. You're getting some of that in the taste. And it's not what I like. I hate the skunkiness in a beer. Second and first, well, it's going to be a bit of a tough one, I've got to admit. Ooh, it's a tough one. For me, for some reason, this feels extremely cold. Extremely cold, and I'm not sure why or what reason, but I can't help that it doesn't have all the flavour it should have. Now, is it because it's too cold? I don't know. Is the keg a little bit iffy. I don't know. It's got the 3rd on, so it's got plenty of date left on it. But for me, that Stella is not pouring great. It's not holding a head. I'm not getting that raging bubbles. Look, even these have still got a lot more carbonation in them than that. So on this test today, if I'm brutally honest, if I was going to drink one, it would be the can of Stella. I am going to put this down to maybe the keg, because I don't believe for 1 minute that the Perfect Draft Stella isn't better than these. But on today's test, the Perfect Draft one's going to come in second. So we'll leave it at that. Final standings: bottled Stella in 3rd. Skunky, smells rough, got that skunky taste. In 2nd, the Stella from the Perfect Draft, which disappoints me. But I'm not convinced. I'm still putting it down to maybe the keg's not 100%. I don't know. But for me, when I've had this before, this has been a lot better than what I'm getting at the moment. And in 1st place, Stella from a can. And simply because I think the Perfect Draft one is so poor at the moment for what I'm getting from it. So that's it for this comparison. Don't read too much into it, because I'm not 100% convinced that the Perfect Draft one is right. But it's a video to watch, if nothing else. It certainly opens my eyes up on, as I said, all the glasses have had a good clean, and that's that. So sorry for dragging it on so long. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your New Year's Eve night. Don't get too drunk. I will be back for another beer review. So depending on whether you see it. If you don't see it, have a great night, everyone. Enjoy yourself. Don't go out fighting. Don't go in the garden eating grass or doing stupid stuff. Just enjoy yourself. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you again on another beer review. Cheers.